This orchid also grows very well. The leaves become green and vibrant with long, healthy roots. Just a few simple steps like that, I revived an old and weak orchid into a rejuvenated orchid with healthy roots and fresh green leaves. What do you think about this? I am very happy to revive any orchid. Hello orchid lovers, nice to see you again. In today's video, I will reveal an extremely effective secret to help revive old and weak orchids, help them quickly take root, grow new leaves and become lush and vibrant. Let's explore step by step to care for and rejuvenate your beloved orchids. This is an orchid with yellow leaves. When your plant is sick, don't worry too much. I will show you how to revive this orchid immediately. First, I will cut off the yellow leaves. Removing these damaged parts helps the plant avoid spreading disease and focus nutrients on nourishing healthy parts, creating the premise for the revival process. Then, I will proceed to remove all the moss to check the roots. You see, there are quite a few damaged roots. I will cut off all the rotten roots because they are no longer able to provide nutrients to the plant and at the same time prevent bacteria and fungi from spreading to the remaining roots, helping the plant recover faster. After pruning, wash the entire orchid thoroughly. This helps remove dirt, bacteria and pathogens that may be on the surface of the leaves, stems and roots. Next, you need to prepare 1 piece of ginger and 1 piece of garlic. Put them in a mini blender with 300 ml of filtered water and blend them. Garlic and ginger are great for stimulating plant germination and root growth due to their antibacterial and growth-promoting properties. Then, you need to filter out the residue, keeping only the pure water for use, ensuring the solution has no impurities. Soak orchid branches in garlic and ginger water for 20 minutes to help the plant fight bacteria and fungi while stimulating germination and root development. After soaking for 20 minutes, remove the orchid and dry the cut. Dipping the cutting in melted candle solution helps protect the cut from bacteria and fungi while creating a protective crust, preventing infection and helping the plant recover quickly. Next, I used a plastic box to make a greenhouse for growing orchids. This created a sealed environment that kept the humidity stable, protected the plants from the elements, and promoted growth. Place the orchid cuttings in a miniature greenhouse. Pour water into the greenhouse, but be careful not to let the water touch the orchid cuttings directly to avoid waterlogging the roots. This environment helps the plant retain moisture and stimulates growth. Place the orchid pot in a cool place. Ideal temperature from 20 to 31 degrees. To revive this old orchid, I added a layer of pumice to the bottom of the container, followed by a thin layer of moss. I then stuffed the moss around the base of the orchid and placed the plant in the plastic container. Water the orchid once every 2 weeks to keep the plant moist. At the same time, keep the environment around the plant cool, away from direct sunlight. This helps the plant grow healthily and recover quickly. After 5 weeks of caring for my old orchid, look at this. It has sprouted. Besides, the roots have also grown healthy again, helping the orchid absorb enough water and nutrients, thereby promoting the overall development of the plant, helping the orchid to grow new and lush leaves. This orchid also grows very well. The leaves become green and vibrant with long, healthy roots. Just a few simple steps like that, I revived an old and weak orchid into a rejuvenated orchid with healthy roots and fresh green leaves. What do you think about this? I am very happy to revive any orchid. Now I will plant this orchid in a pot so that it can adapt to the outside environment and grow well. Then you just need to take care of it like any other normal orchid. The plant will grow well and bloom brilliantly. So in this video, I have shared the secret to reviving old, sick orchids into young, strong growing orchids in a simple, easy-to-do way, right at home. Please apply the correct method to help your orchids grow many times stronger. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to follow the next orchid care tips. Thank you for watching, goodbye, and see you in the next videos. Hello orchid lovers, I would like to introduce to you my orchid garden. It always blooms brightly and beautifully all year round. To have such a beautiful flower garden, I have to take good care of them. In the process of caring for orchids, I always understand your hardships, because I am an experienced person, having spent many years researching this flower. In the process of caring for orchids, we cannot avoid the fact that the leaves of the plant turn yellow, dry up, and even seem beyond saving. If you encounter this situation, do not rush to throw away the orchid. In this video, I will reveal to you a very simple secret to revive the orchid like this. Let's explore with me to save the orchid immediately. First, gently remove the orchid from the pot to check the overall condition of the roots. Oh look, the roots are almost rotten, but luckily there is still one fresh root. There is still hope to revive this orchid. Rotten roots have lost their ability to absorb water and nutrients from the substrate. I cut off these rotten roots, keeping only fresh roots to revive the orchid. Rotten roots are a breeding ground for bacteria, fungi, and other pathogens. If not removed, they can spread to healthy roots, weakening the orchid. When damaged roots are removed, the orchid will activate its self-healing mechanism, promoting the growth of new, healthier roots to replace them. These new roots will help the plant quickly recover its vitality and grow strongly again. After removing the damaged roots, rinse the entire orchid with water. This helps remove any remaining pathogens and dirt on the stem and roots. Use paper towels to dry the cut on the root. This will help the cut heal faster and reduce the risk of fungal infection. For added protection, I covered the cut with a layer of melted candle solution. This protective layer not only helps the orchid to limit water loss, but also protects against fungi, creating ideal conditions for new roots to develop. Next, I used 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder in a jar and added 1 liter of boiling water. Cover tightly and let the water cool completely. This allows the essence of the cinnamon powder to dissolve evenly in the water. Once the water has cooled completely, use a thin cloth to remove the residue of the cinnamon powder. This will help to obtain a clear and clean solution, free of impurities, ensuring maximum safety and effectiveness when used for orchids. I poured some cinnamon powder water into a cup and let the orchid soak for about 30 minutes. This is an important step to help the roots directly absorb the active ingredients from cinnamon, which have antiseptic effects and kill pathogens. You can use cinnamon water solution to water both the top and bottom of the leaves. This watering not only protects the leaves from insects and fungi, but also enhances the natural resistance of the plant. In addition, spraying cinnamon water on orchid leaves helps clean the leaves of dirt and impurities on the surface. This cleaning process is very important because it improves the plant's ability to photosynthesize, helping the leaves absorb light better and convert it into energy needed for strong growth. Once the soaking process is complete, repot the orchid in dry pine bark medium. This medium not only provides good air circulation, but also creates an ideal environment for orchid roots to grow. Next, you spread a thin layer of dry moss evenly over the surface of the pot, helping to maintain stable humidity for the plant. This layer of moss not only has the effect of retaining moisture, but also creates a protective layer to help the orchid roots grow in an ideal environment, avoiding drying out or damage due to lack of moisture. Place the orchid pot in a cool place and avoid watering during the first week after planting to prevent the growth of fungi. After a week, you can start watering lightly to keep the orchid moist. At the same time, pour a sufficient amount of water into the plate at the bottom of the pot to create natural humidity through evaporation. This helps the environment around the orchid to always have the right humidity. I repurposed a plastic container into a miniature greenhouse for orchids by drilling holes all around the container. The holes allow air to circulate, preventing excess moisture and mold. And this is the result after 1 month of care. Look, the orchid has started to sprout and grow new roots. Isn't it amazing? From an orchid with dry leaves and almost rotten roots, I successfully revived it. However, because the orchid is still small, I only fertilize the outer edge of the pot to avoid direct contact with the plant, helping to avoid fertilizer shock. Besides, I still maintain watering to keep the plant moist, but only do it once a week to ensure moderate humidity, helping the plant grow without causing harm. Look at this. After 2 months, the orchid has grown strong with plump roots and bright green leaves. The plant has fully recovered, photosynthesizes well, and is growing healthily, ready for flowering in the near future. So in this video, I have shared all the secrets to revive orchids that seem beyond saving. The method is very simple and easy to do. If your orchid is experiencing this situation, apply it immediately to save it. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see great tips on simple and effective orchid care at home. Goodbye and see you again. Welcome to my channel. Today I will share with you how to instantly revive a rotten orchid. This orchid has all the leaves rotted, the flowers are dry. However, the top of the flower is still fresh, so I decided to keep it for propagation. revive this orchid, I will first cut off all the damaged roots. Cutting off damaged roots helps prevent the spread of disease, reduces the risk of rot, and allows the plant to concentrate its nutrients on the healthy roots, promoting the revival process. Although the orchid has rotted, luckily, there are still some fresh roots. I wash this root section to remove dirt, bacteria and pathogens, creating the best conditions for the orchid to recover. Then, I prepared the ingredients, including 1 aloe leaf and 2 sprouted garlic cloves. If you don't have sprouted garlic, you can replace it with regular garlic. Sprouted garlic is rich in auxin, a growth stimulant, helping the orchid to revive faster. Put garlic and about 30 g of aloe vera leaves in a blender with 1 liter of water, then blend until smooth. This mixture provides nutrients and growth stimulants, helping the orchid to revive quickly and increase the resistance of the roots. After grinding, filter out the residue and use only the clear liquid to care for the orchid. Next, soak the orchid in this solution for about 20 minutes. This step helps the plant absorb nutrients and recover faster. I recycle plastic bottles to make tools to restore orchids. This recycling not only creates a favorable environment for orchids to revive, but also contributes to reducing environmental pollution. After cleaning the bottle, I created air holes and used dry pine bark as a growing medium for the plants. I use dry pine bark to grow orchids because pine bark has good drainage, retains just enough moisture, limits waterlogging, and creates a well-ventilated environment, helping plants grow healthily. After planting orchids in the substrate, you need to cover the container with a plastic box and then dry the plant in a cool, dry environment for about a week without watering. After 1 week, I started watering to keep the orchid moist. To help the plant grow best, mist it every 5 days. At the same time, the plant was placed in a cool place to recover. By the 3rd week, the orchid had begun to sprout and the roots had recovered. I continued to mist it regularly and kept the plant in a cool place. After 2 months of care, the orchid has completely revived and grown healthily. This method creates a suitable environment with ideal humidity, helping the plant to revive and grow quickly. So, in this video, I introduce to you how to revive an orchid that seemed to be dead beyond saving. But just by using garlic and aloe vera, the orchid was revived immediately. Isn't that great? Hopefully this video will help you take care of orchids effectively at home. If you find the video useful, please like, share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next shares. Goodbye and see you again.
Hi everyone, in this video I will share 4 simple but extremely effective ways to help your rotten orchids recover quickly. Let's explore with me and bring new life to your orchid pots. Method 1. Use cinnamon powder. And this is a rotten orchid. The leaves are yellow and only the stem and roots remain. If it is in this condition, don't rush to throw it away. And now I will guide you how to revive a rotten orchid like this. Very simple and easy to do. First, cut off all damaged, rotten roots to stop the spread of harmful bacteria or fungi, which will allow new, healthy roots to grow. Next, cover the cut with a layer of melted candle wax to prevent water from seeping in, helping to protect the plant from infection and keep the cut dry. Then you use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder has the effect of preventing harmful bacteria and fungi, helping the orchid to recover quickly. Add 1 liter of boiling water to the jar to create a disinfectant solution, helping to dissolve the ingredients in the cinnamon powder. Boiling water helps to extract maximum beneficial compounds from cinnamon powder, while increasing the ability to kill bacteria and mold, protecting plants from the invasion of harmful microorganisms. Wait for the water to cool and filter out the residue. This is also an important step to ensure the orchid soaking solution is clean and safe. Residue can also cause mold or bacteria, affecting the orchid's recovery process. Soak the orchid in filtered cinnamon powder water for about 30 minutes. Soaking orchids in cinnamon powder water helps kill bacteria and mold, prevent infection, and stimulate the plant to recover quickly. After 30 minutes of soaking, transfer the orchid to a pot to replant. Growing orchids with pine bark and dry pumice helps absorb moisture from the roots, effectively preventing root rot. Add a layer of dry moss to the surface of the orchid pot to help retain moisture and protect the roots. After 7 days, you can spray water gently to maintain humidity for the orchid. Cover the plant with a clear plastic box with air holes and wait for the plant to revive. Wow, look at this. It's amazing. After only 3 weeks, the plant has sprouted. And remember to spray water every 5 days to keep the sprouts moist. This is the result. After 2 months, the sprout has grown into a plant and has 4 leaves. Isn't it amazing? Method 2. Use aloe vera and garlic. When an orchid is rotten and only has stems and roots left like this, I will show you how to revive it instantly. First, cut off the damaged roots to stop the spread of bacteria and allow the plant to recover and grow from healthy roots. Next, cover the cut with melted candle wax to prevent water from seeping into the plant. Doing so prevents bacteria or fungi from entering, which helps the plant recover quickly and avoid rot. Now you take 2 fresh garlic cloves. Peel them. Garlic helps fight bacteria, prevent fungus, and protect orchid roots from rot. Add 20 groups of aloe vera leaves. Aloe vera leaves help disinfect and promote the recovery process, stimulating plant growth. Next, add 500 ml of room temperature water to the blender and blend. After grinding, filter the water and discard the residue. Soak orchids in the pureed solution for about 1 hour to help increase recovery, disinfect, and stimulate root growth. After soaking for 1 hour, remove the orchid from the solution. Leave the orchid in a cool place for 1 day to help the roots dry, reducing the risk of root rot. Next, use moss and growing medium to plant orchids in plastic boxes. After planting, water the orchid to keep it moist. Cover tightly and place in a cool, well-lit place, away from direct sunlight to maintain stable humidity, limiting the growth of bacteria and fungi. And this is the result after only 2 weeks the orchid has sprouted. You see, new roots have already started to grow. Continue to mist the orchid every 3 days with room temperature water to keep it moist. Now let's see the results after 2 months of waiting. Wow! Miraculously, the orchid grew rapidly and grew 2 new leaves. Now let's plant it in a pot. Remove the old moss and add new substrate to the bottom of the pot. Note, you need to place the orchid substrate 1 tchem higher than the substrate surface so that the orchid does not rot. That's it. Now just spray water to keep the plant moist. After 2 weeks, you can fertilize with organic fertilizer to help the orchid grow healthily. Use lemon and cinnamon powder. This is a sick orchid. The leaves are yellow and I just touched it and the leaves fell off. When you see a sick orchid like this, don't throw it away. We can revive it in many ways. And I will show you how to use lemon and cinnamon powder, Orchid Revive instantly. The first step is to remove all rotten leaves to prevent the disease from spreading to the trunk. clean the roots to remove bacteria, mold, and disease residues, help the orchid roots to be airy, and limit the risk of infection. Next, use about 1/4 of a small lemon to squeeze out the juice. Then add 500 ml of water. Soak the plant in this solution for about 5 minutes. After soaking for 5 minutes, take the plant out and let it dry. You need to prepare a box to grow orchids. The box needs to have holes in the bottom for drainage to avoid waterlogging of the roots. Place the growing medium at the bottom of the box. You need to place the orchid growing medium 1 twerk higher than the surface of the growing medium so that the orchid does not rot. After planting, sprinkle some cinnamon powder to dry and prevent root rot. Cover the box tightly, leave in a cool place, and water after 1 week. To water orchids, you need to prepare tang of aloe vera leaves and 500 ml of water. You rub aloe vera leaves in 500 ml of water to extract the solution from aloe vera. Aloe vera has antibacterial properties, heals wounds, and stimulates plant growth. Next, filter the residue and take a portion of the aloe vera solution into a spray bottle and water the orchid. Continue to cover the orchid's cut with a layer of cinnamon powder and close the box lid. And and let's wait and see how the orchid will grow after 3 weeks. Look, the plant has sprouted. Isn't it amazing? To keep the orchid moist, you need to water it once every 7 to 10 days. After 2 months, the orchid has grown strongly and has many leaves. After 2 months, fertilize once every 2 weeks and water to keep the soil moist to help the plant grow better. Method 4. Using onions. This is a rotten orchid with yellow leaves that someone threw away. I brought it home and will revive it immediately. The first step is to remove all the yellow leaves that are infected with fungus. Then, prune away damaged branches and roots to prevent the spread of bacteria and fungi to healthy parts. This allows the plant to focus its energy on growing new roots and recovering more quickly. You need to use 20 grams of onion to prevent fungal diseases and stimulate the orchid to grow new roots. Put the onion in a blender with 600 ml of water and puree. After grinding, you need to filter out the residue to prevent residue from sticking to the roots, causing blockage and root rot. Soak the orchid in onion juice for about 20 minutes and leave in a cool place. After soaking the orchid for 20 minutes, take it out and hang it in a cool place to dry before planting the orchid in a pot. To save costs, I use recycled plastic bottles as orchid pots and contribute to reducing environmental pollution. You need to wash the plastic bottle to remove dirt and remaining residue, ensuring it does not affect the growth of the orchid. You need to drill drainage holes for orchids to help prevent waterlogging, create conditions for the roots to drain easily and grow healthily. With just a few simple steps, you will have an orchid pot like this. And now we will proceed to grow orchids. I grow orchids with pine bark to create an airy environment, help the roots grow well and drain effectively while providing natural nutrients for the plant. I made a small greenhouse with linen film to help the plants recover quickly. After planting the orchid in the pot, pour onion juice into the orchid pot and soak for 5 minutes. After soaking for 5 minutes, you remove this water from the basin. You need to spray the orchid with regular water every 5 days to keep the roots and leaves from drying out and to aid the recovery process. Place the newly planted orchid in a cool place and wait for it to revive. Please follow me to see the orchid's recovery after 3 weeks. Look, the plant has sprouted. Isn't it magical? Every 5 days, mist the orchid and leave it in a cool place to wait for it to grow. Look, after 3 months, the orchid has revived strongly. The leaves are very green. At this time, you can use 1 spoon of unsweetened fresh milk mixed with 2 spoons of filtered water to wipe the leaves. Use cotton to thoroughly wipe the orchid leaves, wiping both the top and bottom of the leaves to help remove harmful insects, fungi, and bacteria so that the plant can photosynthesize better. Hopefully, through this video, you will know how to help rotten orchids revive immediately. Wish you success. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next videos.
Welcome to my channel. Today we will take on a fun challenge, reviving a dying orchid. With its shriveled leaves, the orchid seemed hopeless. But with just a few simple steps, I will bring it back to life. Let's get started. To restore orchids, I use garlic. Garlic contains allicin, which has antibacterial, antifungal, and root growth stimulating properties. I take 3 cloves of garlic, thinly sliced. After cutting the garlic, I put it in a jar with 2 liters of water for 2 hours to dissolve the active ingredient allicin from the garlic into the water. Wilting and exhausted orchids are often caused by damaged roots or the plant not absorbing enough nutrients. This is when action is needed to save the plant. I remove the flower stems, cutting off all the branches to reduce the load on the plant, helping the plant focus its energy on recovery instead of growing flowers. Use scissors or a sharp knife to cut off any rotten, damaged, or non-nutritive roots. This prevents the disease from spreading to healthy roots. Rinse the entire plant, especially the roots, with clean water to remove any remaining dirt, fungus, and bacteria. Leave the plant in a cool place and wait for the water to dry. After 2 hours of soaking, filter out the garlic residue to obtain clear water, making the solution cleaner and easier to use for plants. Add water to the filtered solution to reach a total volume of 3 liters, ensuring the solution is dilute enough, safe for the plant, and does not damage the roots. Add 3 vitamin B1 tablets to the solution to enhance the plant's recovery ability. Vitamin B1 helps stimulate root growth and improve nutrient absorption. I soaked the orchid in the solution for 30 minutes so that the roots could absorb the nutrients from the garlic and vitamin B1. Garlic helps fight bacteria, fungi, and clean the roots, while vitamin B1 stimulates root growth and enhances recovery. This time is enough for the nutrients to penetrate without causing further damage to the plant. I use recycled plastic boxes to grow orchids, helping the plants recover faster. Pour some water into the plastic box to create a moist environment for the plant roots. I then placed the orchid cutting in the box, making sure the roots were in contact with water but not too deep to avoid waterlogging. Change the water regularly when the water in the pot becomes dirty to maintain a clean environment for the roots. Place the orchid pot in a cool place, away from direct sunlight to avoid damaging the plant by high temperatures. After 2 months, the orchid has fully recovered with fresh and healthy green leaves. The orchid's roots have grown strongly, helping the plant absorb nutrients better. Next, I planted the orchids in new pots using semi-hydroponics. This method reduces the frequency of watering compared to conventional planting, creating ideal conditions for the plant to grow without too much care. So in this video, I have shared with you how to revive a sick orchid with shriveled leaves, an exhausted plant, into a completely fresh, healthy orchid. I hope this video will bring you useful knowledge. To see the next orchid care tips, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching the video and good luck. See you in the next videos. Hello everyone, nice to meet you in this video. In today's video, I will share with you how to revive an orchid with yellow leaves and rotten roots. When you encounter this situation, do not rush to throw it away, because after watching this video, you will know how to revive it. Help the plant become healthy again with just a few simple steps. Root rot leading to yellow leaves can be caused by many reasons, of which inorganic fertilizer shock is a common condition. Using the wrong fertilizer or too much can seriously damage the roots, causing the leaves to gradually turn yellow. The first step to saving an orchid is to check the health of the roots. I will remove the old moss layer to observe and evaluate the entire root system of the plant. Look, there are quite a few damaged roots. I will cut them off immediately to prevent the rot from spreading to the healthy roots. This is an important step to help the orchid start to recover. Removing damaged roots not only prevents the spread of disease, but also encourages the plant to form new roots more quickly. These new roots will help the plant absorb water and nutrients better, aiding in the recovery process. After removing the damaged roots, rinse the remaining roots with water. This helps remove dirt, mold, and harmful residue, creating a clean environment for new roots to thrive. Next, prepare a container of 2 liters of water, then add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda creates a slightly alkaline environment, helping to kill bacteria and mold, preventing pests. This is an important step to clean the roots before planting, reducing the risk of disease recurrence. After preparing the solution, soak the orchid roots in baking soda water for about 10 minutes. This soaking time is just enough for the solution to penetrate the roots, killing pathogens without damaging the plant. After soaking the roots, use sterilized dry moss to grow orchids. Dry moss has good moisture retention properties and also absorbs excess water from the roots, helping the root cut heal quickly and preventing the rot from spreading. Place the orchid in a cool place, away from direct sunlight, and do not water for 1 week. This period helps the plant to stabilize, reducing the risk of fungal or bacterial infections from excess moisture. After 1 week, you start watering the orchid once a week. At the same time, soak the dry moss in water for about 10 minutes to keep the moss moist, creating favorable conditions for the growth of the plant. After 10 minutes, take it out and cover it with a transparent plastic box to keep the temperature and humidity stable. Remember to water it regularly every week to maintain humidity without causing waterlogging. month later, look at this orchid that has revived strongly. It has grown roots and leaves. Isn't that amazing? Once the roots are healthy, you need to add nutrients to help the plant grow quickly. I prepare 2 liters of clean water in a large pot, then add 5 teaspoons of rice. Rice contains many minerals and essential amino acids, supporting the growth of orchids. When fermented, rice water also provides natural nutrients, friendly to plants. Use this rice water to water your orchids once a week. Regular application will help the plant absorb nutrients, promote root and leaf growth, and enhance overall growth. In addition to providing nutrients, rice water also creates a favorable environment for beneficial microorganisms to grow in orchid pots. These microorganisms help improve soil quality, helping plants absorb nutrients more effectively. To help the plant grow well, regularly mist the substrate to keep it moist when the moss is dry. This will help the plant avoid dehydration and ensure a stable environment for root growth. After 2 months, wow, look at this. The orchid has completely recovered from the state of yellow leaves and rotten roots. The roots are healthy, the leaves are green and full of vitality, proving the proper care process. With simple but extremely effective care steps, please apply them to revive your sick orchid. A healthy root system helps orchids absorb water and nutrients effectively, promoting comprehensive growth and beautiful, long-lasting flowers. Proper care, such as removing damaged roots, soaking in antibacterial water, and adding natural nutrients, will stimulate the formation of new roots, creating a foundation for orchids to grow strongly. With the useful information above, I have shared with you how to revive a wilted orchid that seemed to be dead beyond saving, but just using baking soda can revive it immediately, along with the nutrients from rice water, has helped the plant grow many times healthier. Hope this video will help you take better care of your beloved orchid garden. If you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe to follow the next useful videos. Goodbye, and see you again.
Hello orchid lovers, it's great to meet you in this video. Today I will share with you how to revive a rotten orchid that seemed to be unable to survive. But with just a few simple steps, I was able to revive it to grow healthily. Roots growing profusely, new shoots sprouting green. So how can you do that? Please watch my entire video to understand each step of reviving this rotten orchid. It's very simple. Anyone can do it at home. This orchid has rotten leaves, looks lifeless. The cause of rotten leaves like this can be due to humid environment, improper watering, or fungal infection. When your orchid encounters this situation, don't rush to throw it away. We can revive it in a simple way. First, remove all the rotten leaves and check their roots. Look, the roots are very black and rotten. I will remove these roots from the orchid. Removing rotten roots and leaves of orchids helps eliminate the source of disease, preventing bacteria and mold from spreading to other healthy parts. Keeping only the fresh roots helps the orchid focus on nurturing healthy roots, creating conditions for the plant to recover faster and develop a new root system effectively. Cut off the flower stalk so the plant can focus its nutrients on growing roots, leaves, and new shoots. After treating yellow leaves and rotten roots, wash the orchid roots with clean water to remove dirt, fertilizer residue, or remaining pathogens, creating the best conditions for the plant to grow again and avoid infection. Dry the cut to prevent moisture and infection. Using a melted candle to cover the cut creates a protective layer, helping to prevent bacteria and fungi from entering the cut, while also helping the plant recover quickly and reducing the risk of root rot or stem rot. Next, you take 3 cloves of garlic and chop them finely. Garlic has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, so chopping garlic helps release beneficial compounds, creating a powerful solution to protect orchids from disease and stimulate growth. Soaking garlic in 1 liter of water at room temperature helps extract nutrients from the garlic, creating a solution rich in antibacterial and antifungal compounds. I cover the garlic jar with a towel for a day, allowing the beneficial components of the garlic to fully dissolve into the water. At the same time, you should dry the roots in a cool place for 1 day. After 1 day of incubation, filter out the residue and keep only the pure garlic water. This water will work best when used to soak or spray on plants. Next, you need to soak the orchid branches in garlic water for 20 minutes, which helps kill fungi and bacteria that can harm the plant. At the same time, garlic water also helps stimulate root growth and germination. The remaining garlic water can be sprayed on other orchid branches to protect them from insects and fungi. At the same time, garlic water also stimulates healthy growth of the plant, increasing the ability to flower and develop roots. After soaking the orchid roots for 20 minutes, you take them out and use a soft cotton pad to dry them, and now you can plant them in a pot to revive them. I use pine bark to grow orchids. It helps absorb moisture effectively, maintains moderate humidity for orchid roots, prevents roots from being wet for too long. This helps reduce the risk of root rot caused by bacteria and fungi that thrive in humid environments. After planting, leave the orchid pot in a cool place for 1 week and do not water to help the roots dry and reduce the risk of root rot. One week later, I covered the top of the orchid pot with moss, and from now on I can water to keep the orchid moist. Place the orchid in a place with a temperature of 20 to 25 degrees Celsius and avoid direct sunlight to help the plant recover quickly. You can use a plastic box with air holes to cover the orchid, helping the plant retain moisture well and protect it from insects or harmful environmental factors. And here is the result after 2 weeks. Look at it. The orchid has sprouted and grown roots. Isn't that amazing? This proves that with proper care, the orchid has come back to life. Use 3 milliliters of GE ginger water mixed with 1 liter of water to provide necessary nutrients for orchids. GE ginger water is an organic fertilizer that helps stimulate plant growth and helps plants recover quickly. Watering the orchid with GE ginger water every 10 days helps maintain the growth of the plant, providing necessary nutrients and stimulating the growth of buds and roots. Regular watering helps the orchid absorb the necessary nutrients regularly. After watering, continue to place the orchid in a cool place, avoid direct sunlight, and cover the plant with a plastic box. One month later, wow, look at this! The leaves have grown better. The roots have grown densely, proving that the orchid is reviving strongly. What do you think about this? Please comment to let me know your feelings. So in this video, I have shared with you in detail how to revive a severely damaged orchid into an orchid with dense roots and fresh green leaves. The method is very simple. Please share so that anyone who loves orchids can take better care of them. To watch the next videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and goodbye, and see you again.
Welcome to my channel. Today I will share with you how to revive a pot of Phalaenopsis orchids that has bacterial rot. First, I examined the orchid roots to determine the extent of the damage. Since the orchid was completely rotten, all damaged roots needed to be removed to avoid spreading bacteria and disease to the rest of the plant. I then rinse the roots with water to completely remove any remaining dirt and bacteria, helping to best prepare the orchid roots for the next recovery steps. Take 100 ml of boiled water and let it cool. Then add 1 teaspoon of dry garlic powder and stir well. Then soak the orchid roots in this solution for 30 minutes. Garlic has antibacterial properties and helps clean the roots, stimulating rapid recovery. In the meantime, I recycled foam into a tool to help revive orchids. I put the sponge with the orchid in it into the vase. Then I poured water into the vase. You need to place the orchid in a cool place to keep the plant in the best growing conditions. In addition, you should change the water regularly when the water in the vase is dirty. This helps keep the environment clean and supports root growth. After 3 weeks, the orchid has taken root in water and is growing very quickly. Healthy roots help the plant absorb nutrients better, thereby helping the orchid recover quickly. Once the roots have developed, I pot the orchid to allow it to grow in its outdoor environment. I chose aquaponic growing medium and some moss to keep the surface moist, helping to maintain good plant growth. So in this video, I have shared with you the secret to reviving a diseased orchid with roots growing densely and developing healthily. If this is your first visit to my channel, please subscribe to the channel to follow the next useful orchid care videos. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.
Hello orchid lovers, welcome to my channel, where I share simple yet highly effective tips for caring for orchids at home. We all want to have healthy, lush orchids, but sometimes your beloved orchids encounter problems such as root rot, yellow leaves, or even serious damage. Don't worry, in this video, I'll show you how to revive a damaged orchid from rotten roots to yellow leaves to a healthy green plant. Let's get started. As you can see, this is a pot of orchids with yellow leaves, even rotten leaves. I just lightly touched the leaves and they fell off. Now I check its roots to see if there is any hope of reviving it. I removed all the moss and checked the roots of the orchid pot. They were very rotten. Some roots were even dead and dry. Oh, luckily, there are still fresh roots. There is still hope to revive it, and now I will guide you how to save this orchid. To care for a damaged orchid like this, the first step I would take is to cut off all the damaged, rotten parts. This is important because damaged roots not only stop providing nutrients to the plant, but are also susceptible to infection, affecting the entire plant. Removing rotten parts will help the orchid concentrate nutrients on healthy roots, thereby increasing its ability to recover and grow again. Do you have candles at home? If you have, great. If not, you can buy some to revive damaged orchids. Use melted candle to cover the cut of the tree roots. This helps create a protective layer, preventing water and bacteria from entering the root wounds, thereby reducing the risk of infection and helping the orchid to recover quickly. I have completed the step of covering the entire root cut with melted candle wax, and now let me move on to the next step. This is cinnamon powder. I use 2 spoons for orchid care. Cinnamon powder has antibacterial properties, prevents mold, helps orchids recover, and protects against disease. I add 1 liter of boiling water to the cinnamon powder jar to help it dissolve better, creating a strong antibacterial solution that is easily absorbed into the plant. Then cover and wait until the water cools. When the cinnamon powder water has cooled, filter out the residue to remove the insoluble parts, avoiding clogging the nozzle or harming the plant. Filtering the residue helps to obtain pure water, easily penetrates the orchid, and maximizes the antibacterial effect, protecting the plant. Next, soak the orchid roots in cinnamon powder water for 30 minutes to help disinfect and prevent bacteria and mold from entering the roots. At the same time, cinnamon water provides antibacterial properties, helps clean wounds on the roots, and stimulates the growth of new roots, supporting the orchid to recover quickly. I will spray the remaining cinnamon water on other orchids to protect them from insects and fungi, helping the plants to be healthy and grow better. You should do this about 1 to 2 times per month to maintain long-term protection while strengthening the plant without stressing the leaf and root systems. After soaking the orchid roots in cinnamon water for 30 minutes, I took them out and planted them in pots. I use pine bark and dry pumice for orchids because they help keep moisture stable while also providing aeration for the roots. Pine bark has natural antibacterial properties, while dry pumice improves drainage, prevents root rot, and provides an ideal environment for healthy orchid growth. Add some dry moss to the surface of the orchid pot. During the revival stage, the roots need time to recover and grow, so not using wet moss will help avoid creating an overly humid environment and at the same time help the orchid gradually get used to the new growing conditions. When the orchid pot is 7 days old, you can spray water to keep the plant moist, helping it grow stronger. Then cover tightly with a transparent plastic box with ventilation holes to ensure the necessary ventilation for root development. Let's see the results after 3 weeks of caring for this damaged orchid. Wow, look at this. It has sprouted, isn't it magical, guys? From a rotten orchid, I successfully revived it in an extremely simple way. Continue to spray water to keep moist every 5 days for the orchid to grow better. And this is the result after 2 months of taking care of my rotten orchid. It has revived and grown very well. The sprout has grown fresh green leaves along with healthy roots. The root system of an orchid is very important because it helps the plant absorb water and nutrients from the environment, providing energy for growth and flowering. A healthy root system is a decisive factor in helping an orchid grow well and sustainably. So I have shared with you how to revive orchids from a rotten state to a healthy and lush one. Hopefully this method will help you take better care of your orchids. How do you feel? Leave a comment to let me know your opinions and feelings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to watch the next videos. Thank you for supporting my channel. Goodbye and see you again.
Welcome to my channel, where I share interesting and useful orchid care tips. Growing orchids is not only an elegant hobby, but also an emotional journey, and I am very happy to accompany you on this journey. Have you ever felt worried when your beloved orchid suddenly got rotten due to bacteria or fungus? This is a very common condition and can greatly affect the life of the plant. But don't worry. In this video, I will reveal to you a simple method to save rotten orchids, helping them not only revive, but also grow healthier than ever. This is a soft rot on an orchid, a common problem, but one that can be treated effectively if done correctly. The first step is to examine the orchid's roots closely to assess the extent of the damage. The roots are the heart of the orchid, providing it with water and nutrients. You see, the roots are completely damaged and can no longer provide nutrients to the tree. This shows that the tree has been seriously damaged, and if not treated promptly, the risk of widespread rot is very high. So the next step is to cut off all the damaged roots. Removing the rotten roots will help prevent the growth of fungi and bacteria and allow the plant to begin the recovery process and form new, healthy roots. After removing all the damaged roots, the next step is to wash the orchid with water. This not only removes soil and substrate from the plant, but also helps wash away bacteria, fungi, or harmful agents remaining on the surface of the roots and stems. You need to dry the orchid to avoid prolonged wet conditions because high humidity can easily create conditions for fungi and bacteria to grow, causing rot again. After cleaning and drying the orchid, you need to apply a thin layer of toothpaste to the cut. This is an important step to help protect the cut part from harmful environmental agents. Toothpaste contains antibacterial properties that can prevent bacteria from entering the cut and also help the tissue heal faster. This will give the orchid a better chance of recovering. Do you have aloe vera at home? I always have aloe vera at home because I often use it to care for my orchids. I took a fresh aloe vera leaf and cut it into thin slices. Aloe vera is a rich source of natural nutrients containing many vitamins, minerals and enzymes that are beneficial for the plant's recovery. The gel in aloe vera leaves has a soothing effect and helps to increase cell regeneration, thereby promoting the growth of roots and stems. In addition, aloe vera also contains antibacterial and anti-inflammatory compounds, which help protect the plant from fungi and bacteria and promote rapid recovery. Next, take 1 teaspoon of honey and pour it into the aloe vera. Honey has antibacterial and antifungal properties and provides vitamins and minerals, helping to nourish and restore orchids very well. Then add 500 ml of filtered water at room temperature and stir well to completely dissolve the nutrients in the aloe vera gel and honey. Check the toothpaste and orchid leaves to see if they are dry. Once completely dry, soak the orchid in a honey and aloe vera solution for 30 minutes. This helps the plant absorb nutrients from the aloe vera and honey. These compounds will stimulate the recovery process and promote the growth of the orchid. Aloe vera and honey not only provide nutrients but also have antibacterial properties, helping to protect the plant from fungi and bacteria, promoting quick healing of cuts and recovery. Next, add 500 ml of warm water to the jar and add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Stir well until the cinnamon powder is completely dissolved in the water. Warm water helps the cinnamon powder dissolve quickly, creating a solution that has antibacterial properties and helps the plant recover. After stirring, let the solution stand for about 30 minutes to completely dissolve the cinnamon powder. After 30 minutes, you filter out the residue of cinnamon powder, taking only the clear water. This water will easily penetrate the moss and orchid, bringing better results in supporting the growth of the plant. After preparing the cinnamon water, the next step is to soak the moss in this solution for about 30 minutes. Soaking the moss helps the moss absorb the nutrients in the cinnamon water, while also increasing the orchid's ability to retain moisture. Thanks to the effects of cinnamon, moss will become an ideal environment for orchids to grow while preventing harmful bacteria and fungi. After 30 minutes of soaking, remove the moss and squeeze out the cinnamon water. This helps remove excess water, retaining only the necessary moisture for the moss. I used a glass vase to revive this orchid. Put the prepared moss at the bottom of the vase, then place the orchid cutting on top of the moss. Mist the orchid every 5 days to maintain humidity and help the plant recover. After spraying, cover the jar tightly to retain humidity and protect the plant from drying out. Place the plant in a cool place, away from sunlight for better root development. After a month of care, my orchid has recovered strongly. As you can see, it has developed many new, healthy roots. Isn't that amazing? Healthy roots play a very important role in the growth of orchids. Roots help the plant absorb water and nutrients, providing the energy needed for the plant to grow fully. When an orchid has strong roots, it will grow stronger and be less affected by external factors such as disease or environmental changes. And now I will plant this orchid in a pot so it can grow in the outside environment. To grow orchids, you need to prepare a pot with hydroponic plastic beads at the bottom to help drain water effectively. Hydroponic plastic beads not only support drainage, but also create an airy space, helping the roots to grow strongly. I cover the pot with a layer of moss, which helps maintain stable humidity, creating ideal conditions for the plant to recover and grow. After preparing the pot, I put the orchid cutting in, use a bar to secure it, and use a clamp to clamp the orchid cutting. The bar helps the plant not to move, keeping the orchid cutting stable in the pot. This helps the roots to take hold and grow healthily. Water gently to help the orchid settle in the pot, providing enough moisture for the roots to grow. After that, you need to care for the orchid like other normal plants, ensuring that the plant receives enough light and moisture. Place the plant in a cool place, away from direct sunlight, so that the orchid roots can grow well and the plant does not suffer from heat shock. So I have given you detailed instructions on how to restore a sick orchid, helping it grow many times healthier, using a very simple method. Please apply and take good care of your orchid garden. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to follow more orchid growing tips. Wish you success and always be happy in life. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.